Angry Guy here, and today we're discussing why men should always sleep with their female friends. Men should always sleep with their female friends. Guys, let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. I want you to see what's actually happening out there.
How long you been friends?
Shit, what, like a year?
Like a year, a little over a year.
If that, I don't know.
Have you ever thought about him as your future man?
No.
Even vice versa, not even like that. She's a little too crazy for me, so I don't know.
Jerry.
So there's no circumstance where you'd ever give him a chance or, let him hit?
Let him. Girl, that's not a nice thing to say. Let him hit? That's disrespectful.
Why do you feel that way?
Because we good friends.
Yeah,
we
that's
good friends.
icky to say, like, yeah, we're friends. It's icky to say, like,
She's a homie. She's a homie.
yeah.
She's a homie.
Saying let him hit is not very nice.
But be honest with me. What is it about him that makes you not attracted to him the way you would be attracted to another guy?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
That's a valid question. That's a valid question.
Now, do you see that? This is a simp, but the moment that he actually caught her, the simp basically says he shows his true intentions. Oh, she's like my sister. But then at the very end, he says, well, what is it that makes him unattractive compared to another guy that wouldn't and that's where he caught her. You see, guys, these simps, they're all there waiting, hoping for a chance. Hoping for a chance. This guy's there waiting, hoping for a chance. All right? Saying nonsense because a lot of simps, they will go and they will allow themselves to sit in the friend zone and ride that out just because they're going to say, well, it's better than having nothing at all. So maybe she's not my girlfriend. Maybe she won't let me be intimate, but at least I get to spend time with her and money on her. So I have someone to hang out with. I have someone that's going to be that I can talk to. So I kind of get to play the role of a boyfriend, although I just don't get the benefits. I mean, guys, this is how sick our society is. I've been there before. I've had female friends, and I regret not taking the opportunity. Like I had a female friend who was super gorgeous, super gorgeous. And we were talking once, and she had another friend, and she told me that she had hooked up with him. And I was like, what? And then we basically talked about hooking up. And I said to her, we're never hooking up. And she just looked at me and grinned. Like I said, listen, we are never hooking up. And I was such a simp. Okay? And I mean, we used to chill. She used to, when she stayed at my place, she slept right next to me. And I should have, guys, I'm a simp. I'm a reformed simp. And even then, I still have a lot to learn. I've given out so many red pills over the years. It's been almost a decade, and I still mess up sometimes. I still mess up. Oh, she's like my sister. She's my sister. She ain't my sister. And then you look back at that, and when everything's going good, that's when they're there for you. But when they're there with you, when things in your life are going bad, they're gone. And my biggest regret is that I didn't go in for recreational use. That I didn't take the opportunity and have some proper recreational time with her. And I blame myself for that. You have to establish boundaries as a man, and one of those boundaries is that there's going to be intimacy. You could be like I used to have I had a girl, like, who was basically a buddy, that I was intimate with. And she that's how she was. She was a 304, and that's cool. And that's really what I was supposed to be doing, and as men, we need to stop playing this game and letting women play us. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying my content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notifications, never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube you're enjoying the content and you want to see more of it. So YouTube will show you more of it. But guys, Men should always sleep with their female friends. They should always hook up with them. All right. If she's like, oh, I don't want to do this, it will, it's going to go against our friendship. Then basically you need to end that friendship right then and there. Because if your friendship is so valuable to her, she's going to give it up to you. And trust me, you don't have to be in a relationship with her. You don't have to date her. Guys, once she gives it up, you have her. Okay? And basically that's really it. That's really it. And then also it becomes she wants what she can't have because you're not even deeply into her. So you're just her friend. A lot of people think that after you hook up with your friend, it changes your relationship. Bro, it makes your relationship better. It makes your relationship better because now she can't hold anything over you. All right? Because you're basically like, listen, it wasn't even all that. It ain't even that. It ain't even it. All right? And if you need to let a friendship go, let it go. But that needs to happen. That needs to happen in a friendship. Listen to me. Guys and girls should not be friends unless they're being intimate with one another. Oh, you want? Because otherwise the girl is getting the benefits of a boyfriend without having to put anything for it. And that makes her respect the guy less. This is the reason why she'll go and she'll have a relationship with Chad and Tyrone, and she respects them, but she doesn't respect the guy who's always there for her, who's always helping her. She doesn't respect him, but she respects these other guys. Why? Because he's letting his value be used. She's using him for his attention, his time, his money. He doesn't even realize it sometimes. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, this guy is basically a filler boyfriend. A lot of guys don't even realize what they are filler boyfriends. There's a woman, an Indian woman, and what she did, she's American Indian, I believe. She has a friend, and she was still a person who had never been intimate with a man. And she was like 36 years old now, 35, 36, somewhere around there. She was in her mid-30s, and she had still never been intimate with a guy. She had been on many dates over the years, but she still hadn't found the right guy. And then we get to meet her best friend. She was on a talk show. I think it was Tamron Hall. And we get to meet her best friend. And her best friend is this really handsome Indian guy. Really handsome Indian guy. He looks like he has like a good sense of humor and whatever. And he's been there for her and supporting her this entire time. And Tamron basically said, why don't you date him? And the guy said nothing. He just sat there and looked at her. And she goes, I can't. That's my friend. And this is the big problem. This guy is such a high value guy. He's fit. He's handsome. He is fit. It looks like he has money. He looks, the way he dresses, he probably has some decent money. And as a result of that, and he knows her culture, he's also Indian, but like American Indian, so he knows the culture, but he's a simp. And as a result of that, he's giving away all of his value to this woman, and he refuses to ask for anything in return. He refuses to make a move, and he's allowed this to happen. This is all his fault. And as a result of that, this woman who has these unbelievable standards where there's no one on earth that can make her happy. But you know what ends up happening? Let this guy disappear from her life, right? Because her entire self-esteem is based around this guy. Everything is based around him. Let him disappear. Let him get married. And his wife say, listen, you can't be friends with her like that, all right? And he has to, dissolve their relationship for his wife. You know what happens to this woman? You will see one of two things. Either she'll end up, and it may still end up like that, but she'll end up, older with cats, whatever, because it's still an and or, right? Because it could also happen as well. She may still end up, alone with her cats, but on top of that, as soon as he's gone from her life, she gets desperate, and Tyrone, Chad, because she still looks good at like 36. She might be 37 now. And as soon as that happens, Tyrone or Chad or Aladdin, I don't know, one of these guys will roll in and she will take whatever she can get out of desperation. Out of desperation. Because everything, her entire self-esteem is based around the fact that she has had this guy as a safety net, basically providing everything that a husband would provide to her for the last 20 years, more or less. So she's had 2 decades of this guy enabling her. The moment that's gone, it's over. It's over. Men need to know their worth. And they should always sleep with their female friends. Let me know what you think regarding this, if you guys agree with me on this topic, and if you've experienced similar things. Many of us were once simps, but, at least we've learned from it. Then you have super simps who never learn, all right? And this guy showed his hand at the end, all right? He clearly wanted something, but he's just not, brave enough or realistic enough to go for it. And literally when when the guy with the mics asked, basically what makes him not attractive enough for you to to want to be in a relationship with him, to let him be intimate with him, that's when the guy jumped on and was like, yeah, answer that question. And that's and he caught her. Guys need to stop this. They need to learn their lessons. This dude, he needs to go to the gym, all right? He needs to go to the gym, work on himself, and stop playing these games and letting people to use them. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.